All right, we are live. Guys, welcome into Comic Book Women. Tonight, we are going to be presenting the Cover Price runners-up for the week ending October 6th, 2024. But while you all are getting ready, where is my intro? There it is. All right, we are back. What am I doing down there? We are back. Welcome in again. If you guys are flowing over from the Cover Price top 10 and runners up, we're going to kind of pick up where that show left off, covering numbers 12 through 20 for the runners up list. And honestly, sometimes this list is a really good insight to what could be coming up next week on the top 10. It's fun to kind of take a look. Maybe you won't be offers here. Before we get started, shout out to Cover Price. Obviously, all the information you're going to be seeing on the screen tonight comes from their platform, so make sure that you are checking them out. There is a code in the description if you want to try it out for 99 cents. Worth it. Also, shout out to Bird City Comics. We just launched our Greg Horn New Teen Titans New York Comic Con exclusives, and we are almost sold out of the Raven. I know that for a fact. The Starfire, I'm not sure how much I have left of the Starfire. So if you're debating on those, get them out.
Pre-sale.
Hey.
Pre-sale,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hi, Dimesh. Thank you. Happy Halloween. Oh, wait, that's again. No,
And shout out to Nimesh, our other sponsor, right? I'm going to get to see him in New York. I'm excited about that. So.
Nice.
Oh, my goodness. Anyways, yeah, let's just dive right in. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. So this week for the first runner-up, we'll start with 20 and work our way up. We have, this is really no surprise here, Venom number 3, the Ryan Stegman regular cover. Now, I'm not surprised to see this on the runners-up. However, I am surprised at how quickly this dropped off of the top 10 list over to here. It was like number 1, then it just like...
Last week was also on the runners-up, right?
But it was number 1 one of the weeks on the top 10s list. And so it's interesting...
Gotcha.
It could be units sold, though, because you're looking at how often this is being sold, and maybe people are holding on to them now at the Null trailer, you know? What do you think, Jen? Think that's part of it?
I also wonder, what?
Do you think that's part of it?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. But I think, I think I saw, like, grain of salt, there were some people saying that Tom Holland is going to come back for, like, another
in the black
trilogy.
suit? Like in the black suit?
But then they're saying, I don't know if 3 movies is black suit, but people were speculating that this will lead into more symbiotic King in Black stuff. So I wonder if we'll see it come back again. I don't think it's gone forever from the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, this is always a good book to have anyways. I think most of us probably have acquired this at some point, whether you've sold or held on to it, either way. You never had it?
I don't have it. No. Have you guys?
I had like 3 of these.
I do.
And I sold them all.
Oh, you like it?
I made good money out of it. So I'm happy. Right?
I kind of feel like that happened to a lot of people.
You what?
That's kind of happened to a lot of people. They sold this entire run too soon, and it's just been one of those ones that you look back, you're like, oh, I should have kept it. But
well, see, I sold it raw, 2 of them raw, and I got like I think $250 or something like that each, $250 each, and then the 9.8, that's the one that I kind of sold it almost at the same price, but I'm like kind of like whatever. I'm not like
I think it's a good one.
Yeah, no.
At number 20, guys, we have Venom number 3, the Ryan Stegman regular cover. We tracked 23 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 5%, with a high sale of $270 for a CGC 9.8 and a current near mint raw of $139. So yeah, Lucy, you did well on that one. Okay, let's go on. Let me take this down, and then I'll move us on to the next one.
And then JD, it is a little cramped in here. And Brett, no cat because I'm at work.
You have a good background though. Like your background's just so perfect.
Right? Especially all the way in the back, right?
Yes.
Sorry, Cover Price is being mean to me and taking its sweet time. So once this is up, I'll put up the next one. So at number 19, I'll start it right here. We have Spawn issue number 1. There we go. Todd McFarlane, the regular cover. This is one of those books that you just see all the time on these lists. It just keeps coming back over and over. Again, if you don't own this, it's probably one that you've had at some point. But yeah, Spawn is reigning champ of the aftermarket. And this is one of those books that just won't go away. Yeah. Any of you guys own this?
No.
Well, wait. Lucy and I have kind of a. See, my brother owns it, so henceforth,
All right. Yeah.
I own it. And I remember Lucy saying her
Sam's
husband,
boss, yeah.
yes, own
Sam's
it.
boss
So
owns it. He's our friend, so
yeah,
we kind of own it.
yeah,
Whatever.
It's all. Yep.
That's
If
not
you
how this works.
you tertiarily own it.
Yeah.
Tertiarily?
Yes.
Like there's tertiary,
Sure.
like, tertiary friends. Okay.
Tertiary.
I
Yeah.
don't think tertiarily is a word, but tertiary is.
Yeah, and there's really
Yeah.
no news surrounding this being on the list. It's just one of those books that you see pop up here and there. There's no extra news about a live action, none of that. It's just back on the list. So if you guys don't own it, this might be a good chance for you to track one down. We tracked 22 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 27%, with a high sale of $108 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a near mint raw price of $19. Which one of you guys had number 8?
Number 8? Oh,
Or
18.
18, I'm sorry.
Number
18.
Me. That will be me. So
Lucy.
Sentry, yes. Sentry number 1 came out in 2000, September 1st of 2000. And it's the first appearance of Sentry, Robert Reynolds. And as we saw him in the little clip of the Thunderbolts trailer, we have seen this. Was this in the top 10 like few weeks ago too?
It was, yeah.
It
It popped
and
up.
it's been twice on the runner-ups now, so it's still on the runner-up. It's not it's not your top 10, but it's still on the runner-up, which I feel like it's kind of like if you under the person who likes to buy comics for the next movie that's coming out. It's still kind of, it's a good time to kind of, no, it's not a good time to sell, right? Because it's on the runner-ups. Maybe once we get a full trailer and we see like it's maybe sell it, we'll see if it makes it again to the top 10. But I mean, it's not so bad for raw, like for $96 and the 9.8, 349. It's not bad.
You see spikes kind of go up. You see it when the teaser comes out. Or actually, no, you see it when it's first options. You're like, oh, I got to buy this book. Then you see it again when there's a teaser. Then again when there's a trailer. Yeah. And so there's these fluctuations in the market. I wouldn't sell yet if you're speccing on this.
Yeah.
I would probably wait.
Do you think they will show him in costume in the trailer, or do you think they'll save that for the movie?
I'm gonna think they're gonna.
I hope they will say that. I really hope that, because there's a lot of people that don't know about Thunderbolts. They don't know this character. There's a lot of people that don't read comics. That just like the movies. Like that's how I was for the longest time. Like, you know, I liked the movies. I was not a comic book reader. So now, like, you know, it's a little bit different. I don't know much of the Thunderbolts either. I'm not gonna say like, oh my god, I'm a huge fan. No, right? So there's a lot that let's wait for the movie, and then that it's gonna make people want to go and read it, right?
Well, yeah, and Florence Pugh, right? I mean,
right,
yeah,
right,
and Sebastian Stan.
That's true.
And who else is in this movie?
Who else has been confirmed? I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I think this is a good one. And again, like what Lucy was saying, I would probably hold if you are speccing. These all black covers are tough. So I'm surprised to see, well, I'm not really surprised, but I am interested to see how the 9.8s fare over the next few weeks. Jen, anything to add?
I just saw Stefan's comment about Libertyville. I took Sarah there, but that was like a couple months ago, right?
Yeah, I've been there twice. I love that place.
So maybe we'll all go. But for Sentry, I'm just really curious to see how they're gonna depict him in costume, like in his final superhero outfit.
I think that could really be the big moment in the film. So I would probably wait on that, but who knows? All right, so we have the Century Volume 1, number 1. We tracked 10 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 2% with a high sale of $339 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint raw going for $96. I think there might be some wiggle room there if you're willing to be patient, so it's kind of up to you if you want to wait. Okay, what do we have for number 17?
So this is gonna. I think Brett is watching. So Brett Sterling, winner, chicken dinner, and you proved Laura wrong with Deadpool number 7, the 1 in 100. Came out October 2nd. It came out October 2nd. It was the debut of Ellie Camacho, which is Deadpool's daughter, and it's her debut as Deadpool. Parental advisory, please, when you're reading this. But yeah. You didn't think so? Brett said so.
I didn't think it was going to make it. I really didn't. Like, I'm surprised by this, only because I didn't think that there was a huge positive reception to Ellie. I wasn't convinced that people were going to be willing to invest, but I'm happy to see it here.
I mean, a Deadpool number 7, 1 in 100. I don't think a ton of stores are getting 100 copies of Deadpool number 7, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's hard to say. I mean, the character, Deadpool in general does pretty well on its own, but I don't know, maybe.
100.
Girls, anything to add to this one?
Good job, Brett.
Yeah.
I hate when Brett's right. I hate it. It's the worst when Brett's right. It's like, I don't want Brett to be right. I think the cover's
for people
pretty,
who didn't,
pretty solid. Huh?
I guess for people who didn't tune in last week, at the beginning of the show, we look at the top 6, like the highest selling top 6 books for comics coming out tomorrow. And this was on there. So stay tuned to the end.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely some Momoko fans that came to this just for for that part of it. I don't know if it was a combination of the character and Momoko, but I think it's a good cover. It's solid.
I really, really like this cover now. Like, I feel like since we've been seeing it now for the past few weeks, like, it makes me like it more and more.
Me too. It's growing on me. I like the blood spatter behind her and underneath her. Peach seems to be kind of like hit or miss sometimes, and this is definitely a hit.
Don't be a hater.
I'm kind of with Aileen. I'm not like, this isn't like blowing me away because, like you said, Momoko has a very nice range. This one's kind of in the middle for me. Like, it's not like, oh my gosh, I have to have this just because of the cover, but it's not terrible either. Like, it's just kind of right in the middle. Brett, no. Actually, I would take this as a birthday.
Right?
Great. We have at number 17 of the runners-up list. Guys, there's almost 30 of you in the house right now. If you are just joining, we are covering the runners-up 12 through 20 for the Covrprice weekly list ending yesterday. So we are on number 17, and we have Deadpool number 7, Peach Momoko, the Virgin 1 in 100. Time will tell if this was a good one to pick up or not, but for right now, it seems like a solid one. We tracked 11 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 2% with a high sale of $60 for a near mint copy on the current near mint raw price of $130. Yeah, I hear it too. Covrprice, I do. All right, what do we have? Who is up next?
That would be me. So I'm number 16 on this wonderful list.
Let me pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah, drum roll.
Oh, this is exciting.
Voltron.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yay. So this is Voltron number 1. This came out in January of 85. This is the first appearance of Voltron in US Comics. There's 3 issues to this series. Kind of interesting because this is I'm wondering if this has to do with Amazon. MGM Studios are actually shooting this fall for a live action version of this franchise. They're shooting it now in Australia. So I'm wondering if it's kind of, maybe some ears are burning and people are picking this up.
This is the first appearance of Voltron in the US comics, right? But
correct.
What's the first appearance period?
Do we know? Probably overseas Japan.
Yeah, I would say probably.
Yeah. It's probably overseas Japan.
Nice.
I'm surprised we're not seeing that kind of in correlation with this. Like, if you have the fan base coming after the first US, you would think that the foreign edition would be doing just as well.
Or maybe they don't know about the Japan version.
I don't
Unless-
even know. If there's fan version.
Unless you are part of, the foreign guys that they collect. They're the ones probably that will be like,
Yeah, Josh
This is
knows. Josh knows
love.
exactly which issue it is, right?
yeah.
I think if you're a completionist, you'd probably want to snag both of these up. But this is cool. It's filming right now, or it's getting ready to film, Sarah?
They said it's gonna start filming this fall, so I'm assuming the information I got from was the beginning of this month, which was like last week. So yeah. So they're
Okay, so that's kind of
filming.
awesome then, right? Because now we have this thing where it's like there's definitely going to be room for this book to grow as soon as they drop that first trailer, like we were talking about earlier. No, not room
Yeah.
to grow.
Didn't they already? They casted Daniel Quinn Toy.
Yeah,
Who's Tom Holland's
reportedly
understudy.
that's its lead. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
But apparently, if you want to get it, he was in he's Scottish, but he was in one episode of a TV show from 2014 called Adults.
Adults.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think I've heard of
Adults.
that.
It's probably BBC, probably. Yeah.
All right, very cool. So, guys, coming in at 16, we have Voltron Volume 1, Number 1. And obviously, this is on the list because the live action project has been reported, and we have the lead already assigned. It's going to start filming in the fall. That makes the fan base just run to this book. We tracked 13 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 13%, with a high sale of 280 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current very fine raw price of $29. I'm guessing finding this in a near mint condition right now would be tough. These typically are thrown around, beat to shit. I think it'd be interesting to try to find one in a near mint. Okay, what do we have at number 15?
Ooh, that is me. That will be New Mutants Volume 198, came out in February 1991, and it's by Rob Liefeld. And well, this one has been again also part of the runner-ups last week. And I mean, Deadpool right now, is still, I think we said they're still in theaters, I believe. Yeah. And it did very well. So I feel like if they haven't said anything though, like if they're gonna do another movie or anything, right? So
guaranteed to. It's like a cash machine.
It's just it has done so well that I feel like we're still gonna see this often. Like, so if you ever see it on the low, grab it, because I think you're gonna. I mean, how many times has it been on the 10 in runner-up? So
repeatedly you see this popping back up.
No-brainer. If you see it, pick it up. Doesn't matter if no feet, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, Rob Liefeld, like he was with the first movie, like he was out there, like became very celebrity, like how do you say, like very out there with famous people like that he created or whatever. They were calling him the creator of Deadpool and whatever. So I mean, and I guess I was reading too that he's returning to the title of Youngbloods too. So maybe that's why we seen this up here.
And his involvement in Whatnot, I think, helped fuel it a little bit too. He was helping with the blind bags over there. Yes. So I think anytime you have that type of participation, you see it pop back up. But like I think Lucy put it pretty well. Like this is one of those books that you're going to see pop on and off the list. It's kind of a staple for most comic book collectors. So not a huge surprise to see it here. Number 15. Go ahead.
It says a yo-yo book.
Yeah, it kind of is. Like it just kind of fluctuates so much, and it's like. It's one of those books you see pop up here and there, kind of like the Spawn, if you had asked me. So, number 15, New Mutants, number 98. This is the Rob Liefeld regular, and we tracked 20 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 12%, with a high sale of $1,028 for a CGC 9.8 and a current near mint raw of $353. So, there you go. Enjoy. All right, let's see. What do we have? Who has number 14?
Well, I screwed up and took
why
to do number 14. But I did number 16.
You know how many times the guys have done that, Sarah? It's like it's part of the gig. It's fine.
Right? So I will talk about number 14. This is the Joker issue number 1. This came out in May of 1975. This is the first appearance of the Joker in his own solo series.
Cool.
I'm curious if maybe this is creeping up too with
the movie.
connection. I don't hear good things about the movie, but
all I hear is bad stuff. Everything, even the people that you don't expect to say, "Oh, this isn't good," have like said it's just pure crap.
Okay, so then I have a friend. He's not into comic books or anything like that. He just likes to watch movies, right? And he does like some of the, superheroes and stuff like that. And he said if you go into it to watch it as thinking it's a musical, the Lady Gaga is Lady Gaga, as how she is, and if you don't think about it, I guess as a Joker from the comic books, that it's a whole different perspective.
What shit is that? Go into this Joker film not expecting Joker.
At the same time, it's kind of like, a lot of the people go thinking villain, Joker. That's what we expect as a movie being, supposedly the Joker. But I don't know. I'm gonna keep it open mind. I guess that's the way you have to view this.
No, my mind is shut. I've heard too many people say it was a cash grab.
I'm the same. I'm the same way. The soon as they said, for me, the soon as they said it's a musical, I was like, done.
That doesn't bug me, but who is it? Gotham Geek Girl, I believe, is who I follow on Instagram.
Yes, we all do.
Huge fan, and like I've never seen her go off on like how much she disliked this movie. Like she's not that kind of person. She goes into everything very open-minded. Yes. But at some point, you got to be like, no, this was just shit.
No, are you going to see it once it comes out on Max?
Yeah, I'm not going to pay for it. I'm not going to go to the theater.
You know what? I haven't even watched number 1.
Oh, you haven't?
It for me, it didn't, even though I heard like, oh, fantastic. I don't know. There was something that I was just kind of like, for me, no, it wasn't for me. Like, it didn't appeal to me. It didn't appeal to me. Like, I don't know. And then the way people were saying, I don't know, I just felt like it's going to be a trigger for me, probably. I don't know. I just didn't care for it. And we have HBO, and I still kind of like,
the chat's going to see it this weekend. So, guys, I want you to let us know come next Tuesday if you thought it was worth the money.
Let us know.
I heard of people walking out in the middle of the show. It was so bad. Like that's.
Have you guys ever done that?
Walk out in the middle of a movie?
No, never.
Yeah, me either.
I have sat down and watched a really, really bad movie, and I stayed. It was so long too, and I was just like, yeah, no.
I walked out of one movie,
you watched a movie?
The Exorcist. Yes, because I thought The Exorcist. I went on a date to see that movie, and you guys already know that I'm chicken shit. But aside from that, I was pretty sure that all the evil demons were gonna follow me home. Hi, Trish. So I walked out. That's the only.
Like the OG Exorcist. The OG.
No, it was the new one. Like, this was like in the early 2000s. There was another Exorcist movie. I remember I was like in my early 20s and I walked out.
I went on a day to watch The Omen. The day it came out, it was like the 6/6/6, 2000, June 6, 2006. I went on a day, and obviously that date didn't work out, right? But
his name was Damien.
But it was my idea, so I think that's why it didn't work out. I'm like, this bitch is crazy.
What is that, Derek?
Sorry, Jen.
Anyways, I think the book itself, back to the comic.
Wait, Jen, what were you going to just say, Jen? What were you asking? Sorry, Jen.
I mean, I think, what was his name? Shadow Vision. I think going in with an open mind, with no preconceived notions, is probably the right way to do it. I know that Britt really liked the first Joker film, and she was curious about this one, so we'll probably go in theaters to see it.
I want to hear about it. I want to hear next week, and I want you guys to be like, I should have listened to the Laura. I should have said, the Laura, that's what she said.
what can happen now is if you are unhappy with this Joker number 2, you can go home and watch the Penguin.
There you go.
Penguin's fantastic. Penguin, hands down. Yes, I highly recommend that one. That's great.
Oh my god, sorry to throw you guys off again. Like, but One Division. Agatha, Laura.
Wait,
I didn't even finish the last episode.
That book?
Okay.
Yeah, hold that thought.
Okay.
So at number 14, if you were just hopping in, this is the runners up list. At number 14, we have The Joker Volume 1. Number 1, this is a very cool book. I highly recommend finding this if you still can. I think Anthony owns it. So we tracked 15 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 153% with a high sale of $450 for a CGC 9.6 and a current very fine raw price of $76. Which seems like a fantastic deal. I would do that all day. So, all right, what do we have? We're almost done, guys. Only a couple more left here. What do we have for 13?
So now, Lucy, go ahead, talk about it.
Okay, so
the WandaVision.
Who is that? Your book? That's your books. If you want to talk about it
first, it is. That's why I was like, it's the next book.
Okay. So the last. So it's. Anyways, I couldn't finish the last episode. Me and Sam, we were kind of like, we got bored. It is extremely slow. It's interesting. Don't get me wrong. But I think I'm gonna wait till all of them are out so I can kind of bench it, because I don't think this show it's like to wait weekly, because I feel like I kind of forgot what already happened last week, and because it's so slow. It's good, but it's a really slow show, and I think we're kind of get like a little bored. I don't know.
I was bored after it, like episode 1, episode 2. I was bored. Episode 3, I was bored. I've been bored that entire show, and I keep trying because everybody's like, "Laura, just go in with an open mind." I'm like, I am, but I guess that's the point, though. You don't have to like everything.
Yeah,
you don't have to watch everything. Maybe some things just aren't for you, and for whatever reason, it's not for me.
Exactly. And it's okay, but some people like it. I personally am enjoying it. So this goes with this book, which is Fantastic Four number 94 from 1970. It's Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. This is Jack Kirby cover, and I'm enjoying Agatha along. I want certain things to happen now, but I know that through the years of me being alive, what I want, I rarely get. So I'm trying to just enjoy the ride. So
we'll see what Johnson's saying. Yeah, it's a slow burn, but then need a climatic ending twist at the end. Yes, but it's just like I right now, like I don't like that. Like I can do slow, good till the end. Like I don't like just man, good
pacing is off. The pacing. You need good pacing.
Right. Yes. And not just like and it's like, I wanted that good for a little bit. Like I want to be like, I can't wait for next week. Like, oh my God. And I'm not getting that with the ending of each episode till now. I have to finish this one. I don't know.
I do like Aubrey Plaza. I think she did a really good job.
Aubrey Plaza is my girl crush. I love her.
Yeah,
she is amazing.
Yeah.
She can do no wrong. But I'm curious because I'm wondering if we're going to see Mephisto at the end of this.
I don't give a shit about that anymore. I don't want to hear it. WandaVision.
But I agree with Lucy. I agree. I like the series, but it's very, very, very slow. And they're not even putting in any, what do you call it? Like spoilers or teasers at the end, They're just kind of. I want a little bite. I want a little bite. Just give me a little bite to get me to the next episode.
What do you mean there is, Jen? On where? On which?
Yeah,
episode?
where?
Okay, so you guys watch that? Who's that guy? Oh my God, he's so nice, and he always does the he reviews trailers and he reviews TV shows, and then he's like, oh, here are all these things that maybe you didn't notice, and if you didn't notice, let me know, or if he missed anything, let me know.
Oh, like the Easter egg guys. I don't remember.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, he's so cool. I like him a lot. So he was saying that one of the masks is representative of Mephisto, which is why that one character stared at it and then walked away. And she's the same character that mentioned, Are you one of Mephisto's agents? So she's very aware of Mephisto. They've already said the name once.
Yeah, they did hear
Right.
that.
And then
I did notice that I'm like,
and then
why
the
is she staring
background-
at it? Okay.
And then
But Rudy's
the
right.
backgrounds are like really detailed.
Mhm.
Rudy's absolutely right. The Penguin. Like, I want to watch the next episode after every time it comes on,
Mhm.
I'm like there. Agatha,
That's what I mean.
I'm
That's
not
what I
like
need.
rushing
That's
to
what I need.
it, and
Yeah.
that makes me sad. But
Yeah. Like I said, I like it, but it's just a weird pacing, and I don't like it. I don't like that.
Not everything has to be a huge hit. Like, I feel like The Acolyte was kind of the same idea. Like, you can kind of go into these things, and if you don't like it, that's okay. And if you do, then great, you have a show to watch, and maybe it will pull more people into the hobby. What?
No, you're right. I think people get really upset because they don't like it, and it's like, well, then it's not for you. It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to like every
yeah.
comic book or like every TV show or movie. And then there's people in your life that you're like, you know what, I don't like this, but maybe someone likes mysteries, right? Like people who like the slower burn will,
Yeah.
you know.
Yes. And don't go and don't go like an idiot on social media, go look up Disney Plus, fuck you, you blah blah blah. Because people get like that, not me. But people get like that, like
No,
like,
it's for entertainment, and if you're entertained, watch it. If you're not entertained, it's okay. All right, we're gonna move on. We're going on a tangent here. So we have Fantastic Four Volume 1, issue number 94. We tracked 22 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 5%, with a high sale for $345 for a CGC 9.2 copy and a current fine raw price of $59. We only have a couple left. Let me pull this down real quick. Before we move on, can you guys make sure, if you haven't already, that you've given the show a thumbs up and that you've subbed the channel? This is kind of our new format, so if you're enjoying it, please leave a comment afterwards and let us know. The feedback's appreciated, and we do literally look at every single comment after the show. So do that if you wouldn't mind. Okay, let's see here. Share this tab. Here we go. What do we have next?
Yay! It's my pick.
The suspense is killing me.
Right? Woohoo! This is number 12. This is Masters of the Universe number 1. This is the direct sales. This came out in August of 82. Again, very interesting that the two picks that I read off, they both have a connection to Amazon MGM. There is going to be a live action movie coming out. They just announced last month that Alison Brie, if you don't know who she is, she's been on Community, she's been on Glow, she's been on a lot of TV and movies. She actually was cast as Evil Lynn. So far, they have a He-Man and they have a Tila. So, yeah.
Wait, who's He-Man?
His name is Nicholas Galitzine. I've never heard of this person.
Well, I like that. I like that it's not somebody like well known, kind of like how they did like with The Boys. It's not like super famous actors. I know.
Oh,
I like that.
Okay,
Who is it?
I guess. He was in. I just pulled it up real quick. Nothing that I have seen. So the idea of you. He was in it was an Amazon original.
I've seen The Idea of You.
Red, White. You have?
Mm-hmm. Watched it with Ellie.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Idea of You?
It was cute.
Was that Anne Hathaway movie?
Yeah. She's like dating a younger man, and like
is that him? The tall, like the guy that she's with?
Is it a younger person, Jen? Is he like a younger looking dude, like maybe in his like early 20s?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he's handsome.
All right.
He's very handsome.
Very
He was cute
handsome.
in that movie.
Yes. Oh,
Anne Hathaway was good in that movie too.
Cute.
He's not bad. He's not very big though. Like he doesn't have like that bulky.
He's 6
No,
feet,
I mean like he needs to beef up.
I'm sure he will.
We probably will, right?
Dang, he's gonna look so hot.
Who else they have cast?
I'm glad he's 30.
Camila Mendez. She was in Riverdale, right?
Oh, is that
Who's she?
She's gonna be Tila. She's cast as Tila.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, the girl. Yes. I like her.
But I
It's
wanted
her,
a redhead. But I guess you can just dye
Riverdale.
her hair.
Yeah,
it's an easy
wigs.
pick.
Yeah.
Wigs.
You see her?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute.
Riverdale?
It
Yeah,
works.
Veronica. Yeah, I like her. She's pretty pretty.
Yeah, so they had little mini comics that were packaged with action figures. Anybody out there own some of the action figures or
Yes,
still have them?
I remember those.
When I was
back in
growing
the-
up, yeah.
Yeah.
My
I
friend
like
still
the guy
has that
who
sheep,
I had the
cancel. Sorry. What, Jen?
I had He-Man, and then I forgot the villain's name, but it was the one that could change like the faces or the eyes, so you can like turn it.
Oh yeah. There was so
But I always
many of
wanted
them.
but I always
Maybe if you go to like garage sales, you could dig some of these up, or like in estate sales, people that threw out their kids' toys that have been sitting there collecting dust forever. I mean, it's possible, right? So, all right, what number are we on? Number 12, Masters of the Universe, number 1.
was it?
Yeah, well, we have, I don't have the stats on this. Oh, here we go. 9 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 126% with a high sale of $261 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current very fine raw price of $21. I think that's a really good thing to pick up. If you can find it for $20, worth it. Get it pressed, get it clean, and then you can see what happens with it.
Oh, Derek, did you see that the guy who plays Jack Reacher is trying to be the new Batman?
He would be fantastic.
Oh wait, that was our
He's
last
trying.
book.
He's trying. There
Yeah.
are people out there who are campaigning, huh?
I forgot that was our last book. Am I going on to
But he's
number
already
11?
been. No, yeah, but he was that actor that was Jack Reacher was also Hawk from Titans.
Yeah, that would be. I
Wasn't
think
he
that would be
also
a
a
good
young
fit.
Aquaman from Smallville?
I didn't watch Smallville.
I
You didn't watch
wanna
Smallville?
say-
Mm-mm. I watched not all of it. I've watched some of it, but not all of it because I just kind of like at the time I just didn't have a lot of time to watch shows, you know. All right, so guys, that was the first segment of our show that's covering all the runners up 12 through 20. Hopefully you made the list. I see a lot of you in the chat that did, so good on you. Now we're going to talk about our picks for New Comic Book Day. Are we making them guess, or is this just like we're telling them?
Yeah, let's make them
Yeah, I think
guess. We didn't put a
They're guessing.
thingy.
All right, well, there you
Wait,
guys
I
go.
think
Here's
she
how this
did.
works. Whoever can guess from left to right who picked what will be the big winner. So you want to write the names, like just put like Laura, Jen, Lucy, Sarah, or Sarah, Jen, Lucy, Sarah. Wait, whatever. Sarah,
Yeah,
Jen,
one
Lucy,
of those.
Laura.
One of those. Laura, Jen, Sarah, Lucy.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Yes.
Whoever gets it first will get a nice little prize from Bird City Comics sent over to you on us.
From my
So, yeah.
sponsors, Bird City
What is it?
Comics.
What's the surprise?
I don't know. I didn't even think about this, to be honest.
It's
Something.
not even a
I'll-
It's a surprise. And
It's
then
a
they posted
surprise.
it.
I don't know.
The tag is
I'll
when
find
they
something.
posted.
It'll be something good. You know, it's
That's
all...
what she said. Just kidding.
All right. So
No, wait, we're not gonna say anything till we
Oh.
find it.
Okay. Somebody pay attention to that because I'm like sitting here. I'm not sure if I even know the order.
Okay.
No.
Mm,
There are people who have
Interesting. You guys don't
aspects
know
of it right, but not the whole entire thing.
yeah.
right.
Jeez, chat. Do you not know us at
Yes,
all?
I
People
know.
don't.
Wait. To be fair,
This
some
is a
people are
pattern
really
easy one.
close.
Yes.
But nobody's
People
gotten
are
it.
really
How funny. How many
close.
combinations are there? Like possible combinations.
We just try every
Uh,
single one.
Adam, on the screen right now, we currently have our New Comic Book Day picks, and whoever guesses the order of who they think picked what from left to right will get a free little prize from Bird City.
So I'm gonna read you the titles, Adam. The first one is Seance. How do you say that? I don't even know how to
Seance.
pronounce that. Seance
Seance.
and
Seance.
Asylum.
Yeah.
And then the Batman. There's a Batman, All in Batman. Right? Am I saying it right? Right? That's the one. And the other one, shoot, I can't remember what is that one. Sarah, Jen, do any of you remember the title?
Of the Fire and Ice.
Oh yeah, Fire and Ice and Murder Kingdom #1.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be
These
paying
are so
attention. I'm
close.
watching the chat.
Let's see. Hold
Has
on.
anybody gotten it?
So close.
Not yet. Not yet.
No,
Nobody has gotten it
wait,
yet.
wait.
Wait.
Jeff.
Yes, Jeff.
Oh, boom! Yay! That's right.
Yay!
Yay,
I'm so
Jeff.
predictable.
I know. I'm like trying to see. I was trying to read it.
Geek Driven, you are the winner. Congratulations. All right. So
He knows
first up
us.
on the far left, we have Lucy. Lucy, why did you pick this one? I'm gonna put you up
Okay,
top
so
like
this
that.
one, it's about. I really like this because I like right now. I mean, if you don't know, I have a show about spooky stuff, and Jeff has been joining me, and other people have been joining me, but right now the only one that's present is Jeff. But yeah, this one it's about in the 1965 defrauded spiritual medium Alicia Wilkinson is brought to the Ascros of hospital at the behest. What the fuck is that? Behest. Of Dr. James. So it's just like a medium, and it's like Alicia is performing her first series of like spiritual stuff, trying to help out Civil War traumatized returning soldiers, woman, and it's just like it's a spooky one of a of a medium trying to help people through hard times. And I like all this stuff. As you can see, this cover, they have a cover B, and I was kind of torn on which one to pick because I really like both covers. This cover, it just tells you, have you guys ever seen the movie The Others?
Is it the Nicole Kidman one?
Yes, the one with Nicole Kidman. Yeah. I know you haven't seen. Have you seen it?
I have seen it, actually.
Okay, well, this one, I love this one when they're on the table in the medium, and then they're like in the back, they're like, they don't even know what's happening now, so I love that. I love that cover. I love the colors and everything. It's just kind of like draw me to it right away. And then I read what it was about, and I'm like, okay, this is perfect. It's from Dark Horse, and if you see cover A and B, pick it up. I can't wait to read this one, honestly.
Well, there you have it. Jen, you're up next.
So I'm a little bummed because Gmart hasn't gotten our lunar shipment yet. And I really wanted to read this. But this is Absolute Batman #1. This is the 1 in 25 Ian cover. Scott Snyder got me. Like, I wasn't going to buy into All In. And then I watched a couple of his interviews because he was going on all these channels on YouTube and like talking about this book. And I was like, gosh darn you, now you got me. So it's Batman, Scott Snyder, iconic artist, Nick Dragata, transformed the Dark Knight tale to the modern age. Without a mansion, without money, without a butler, what's left is the absolute Dark Knight. And I want to read this so bad. He has so many cool covers. There are tons of New York Comic Con covers coming out for this.
Yeah.
But it looks so good. And then already it went to second print. Like it's got so much hype. I just want to read it. But now I have to wait until Gmart gets our shipment in.
We might have ours. I'll have to go look. Yeah, I mean, this has been all over social media. Everybody's talking about it. I got to meet Scott Snyder a while back, and that was an interesting experience. He's definitely a very smart person, I guess is how you would say it. But yeah, I'm excited to read this too. Anthony's been talking about it a lot because he's a huge DC fan. Yeah, I think this is a great pick, Jen.
Great pick, yeah.
Cannot
wait. I like Brett's description. I call him Chonky. That is a chonky Batman.
Oh. This is an artistic rendering. Because I also was like, oh man, if that was just a little bit bigger. But it was just an artistic license.
A lot of the covers look like that, though. I feel like that's the build.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all kind of look like
they really made him big. Yeah.
And Trish, there was bunch of them that it was really hard to pick, but yes, this was also like one of my that I was like, should I pick this or not? But see the cover B on the one that I picked, and it's also similar to this. Okay, sorry.
All right, but yeah, Jen, really, really good pick. I think that's solid, and it sucks that I'm going after you because I have literally no reason for picking this other than I really like the cover. I've never read Fire and Ice. I don't collect Eisner books. Like, this is not something that's like in my wheelhouse. But I was looking at this and I was like, damn, if you see this sitting on a shelf somewhere, you pick it up. Something about the artwork is so like perfect to me. I like the coloring. I like the pose. I like everything about this book makes me want to read it, which is it's a big selling point. If you haven't read Fire and Ice, you're like, oh, you're walking by, you're like, okay, now I want to.
You see, Laura, everybody knew though that which one. I think Jenny and like we tricked them because everybody you can see Laura, everybody was
that one's not JD got it wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like really predictable. Everybody. I guess I just like pretty covers. I like the look of it. It reminds me of like oh gosh, what am I thinking here?
So funny.
I guess a little bit
you also like Rosetta, right?
I do like Rosetta. I think Rosetta's good. Kind of has that coloring. I don't know. Everything about this book just makes me want to get it. I know nothing about it, so I can't sell the story. No. So unlike Jen, I'm just looking at this going, okay, yeah, I want to buy this.
Yeah,
this
I would have picked it up I would have picked it up just because it's a beautiful cover. It's the way she's drawn is very beautiful. I like that. Even her pose, like even though she's thin, you can see that she has, because I mean, a super flat stomach, it's impossible. You have organs. So I love that it's very kind of realistic. Yes.
Beautiful. This is the version. It's limited, so it's selling for like $50. But I could see this book becoming one of those ones that gets stashed away. And I don't know what the print run's going to be on this. I do. I like these covers that just make you want to take it off the shelf. So yes, I am horribly predictable. That one's mine. Sarah, what do you have for yours?
This is I like that. No McDonald's for her. This is Murder Kingdom #1 from Mad Cave Studios. This is cover B. This is by Trevor Henderson. I just thought this was amazing and perfect for October. The story is you must be this tall to die. Once upon a time, in a strange land called Florida, a masked psycho starts murdering cast members of the Storybook Kingdom theme park in ways identical to the gory original Grimm's fairy tales. Princess turned detective Tanith is the only person who can unmask the killer before she and her friends are dying unhappily ever after. So perfect for this spooky season. And a great cover.
Yes.
Yeah, very cool.
Yes, right. And the other covers are really nice too. So when I read this, I was like, oh, but then I was like, oh, this is good. Oh, there's just too many good books coming out, guys.
Right?
Yes.
And last but not least, the last segment of the show, Jen, I'll let you take the lead here.
Well, I'm kind of surprised no one picked Terminator. I'm a little curious to read that one.
I was going
Sarah almost did.
I almost did. Yes. All the covers are amazing. All the Terminator covers.
Art from that. Can you do like fan art from that? That would be cool. Like very cutesy, but like also creepy, like very muttery. Wait, is that even a word? A muttery? Yeah. I don't know. I just made up a word.
So, these are the top 6, or these are the highest have sold currently, like the top for new releases. Now it's funny because out of the 6 comics we're showing, 5 of them are 1/100s, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of 1/100s that came out this week. So the first one is Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood, the John Myers.
John Boy Myers.
It's the version of John Boy Myers. It's 1/100, and it sold for almost $300. It was $299.50. Like, granted, and that's a raw. That's not even graded. But I really do like the next one is Blade Red Band #1 by E.M. Geist. It's the 1/100 also, but that one's kind of cool, right? No, maybe.
Yeah, I really like his style. He's an art teacher, if you guys aren't familiar with his stuff, and so he does all these things, and they're just really, really well done. I like the style of that one.
Nice. And then the Absolute Batman. This is the 1/100. Jim Lee. It's going for over ratio by like a little bit. And then Terminator is right at ratio. It's the 1/100. Edwin Gallman. And then Transformers number 13 is 1/100, and it's actually going for under ratio. So if you do like it, I think this one. So usually when something comes in at under ratio, it's likelihood it'll keep dropping. It's a higher likelihood, right? Like if it goes triple ratio, you're probably never going to get it for ratio ever again, right? But this is probably right. It's like a ballpark, but under, there's wiggle room. And then I need to read this. Have you guys read Precious Metal?
No, but I've seen the covers for this, and they are just amazing. Like each issue has been some really fantastic covers.
So yeah, Precious Metals is number 5. This is the one in 25, and it's going for $61 currently. So Precious Metal, I think, is the sequel to Little Bird. But I'm not positive. I heard it's a really good read.
Oh, I love Little Bird. Little Bird was really good.
Yeah.
Why is that John Boy going for that much? That blows my mind.
Yeah, that doesn't. I do not like it.
You don't like John Boy?
The print run for this issue would have to be like insanely low.
I don't like. I don't like John Boy's art. This cover's kind of throwing me off a little bit. I don't know why. Is it the fate, the whatever is in? Oh my gosh! I thought it was a hoodie that he was wearing, and I just zoomed up, and it was his head. Yeah,
it's his head. Okay. Well, there you go. These are the ones that are projected to be the top sellers, right? Or they already are the top sellers.
Well, as of right now, like this was pulled at 7 o'clock.
The new release.
So as of right now, these are like the top 6. So what do you guys think out of these? Much like last week when we had Deadpool 7 was on there, and it made it to number 17. So out of these 6, which do you think will make it to next week?
I mean, I'm gonna have to say the John Boy Myers if it's selling for that much. Like that's incredible. That's not the one I would want to make the list, but that's the one I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, same. I think the same.
I agree.
Just because or it could change to the the Blade maybe, but I kind of doubt it. I feel like it will stay with Spider-Man.
Okay. What do you think, Jen?
You think it's Spider-Man? Yeah. Someone actually, so I just looked into it. Someone paid basically triple ratio, right, with shipping to get this book. Probably because how many people have 100 of number 3 of this series?
Can you see any other sales other than that?
Is my thing.
Which
one? Well, I can look into it. Hang on.
I want to see if any other have sold for substantially less.
Other from that run? Right
yeah, because like sometimes I don't want to say it's market manipulation, but it sometimes there is that thing where you'll have one sale that doesn't really make sense compared to the rest of them, and so it's hard to gauge. But if the rest of them are selling, somewhere in the 200s, then it makes sense. If it's just like a random $300 sale for no reason, then maybe that was like his uncle. kidding. I'm gonna get just kidding. No, I really am curious to see what the other sales are.
John Boy,
as of right now, that is that's the only one. But I also wonder,
sale.
It's the only one. It's the only sale, and there's none that have gone through. But I also wonder, like if you go to Midtown, if they don't have it, I wonder what they have it at. Hang on. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Do your thing. It's interesting when I see something like that in a pre-sale selling for triple the ratio for a 1 in 100. I see it sometimes with like 1 in 25s, even occasionally with a 1 in 50. But for a 1 in 100 be going that high already.
Oh,
I don't know. I guess it does happen.
That's the only one I see on eBay. That's that amount.
If you just like the image, it's cover C, right? But it'll have the trade dress. So it's at Midtown currently it's listed for $157.50.
The last sale of it
so
was $148. So,
do you think? Okay, this makes me think. You think artists will go on eBay to buy their own copy just so they can be like, "Oh, it's trending," kind of thing?
I don't think John Boy Myers gives a shit.
Wait,
I'm just
No. I don't think he. No, I'm saying him. But you think other artists might do such a thing? No,
I mean,
right?
they typically get comps or like,
but it's not. But it's not trending, right? It has one confirmed sale that has gone through. Like the one that you're mentioning, Sarah, it's not showing up at all. Like it hasn't gone through yet.
and that's for half the price. So let's just keep an eye on it. We'll know more by next week. We're kind of just making predictions right now, but based off of these numbers, I would see the John Boy Myers definitely being the one that sticks out of these. Just again off these numbers that we're looking at currently, but we'll know more next week.
And I like what Ann's saying, and it could be John Boy, or Jim Lee, maybe Jim Lee.
Well, because the tile for the Jim Lee one's definitely stronger, and there's such a huge.
I know you
huge
will never. You never trust. Well, I know you will never trust. I know you will. But I'm just wondering if
actually,
other
Sarah,
artists.
I think some.
Sarah's right.
What?
Sarah's right
about the other sale.
Yeah,
the one that
it just happened.
It sold for $135.
See, that seems more reasonable, doesn't it? Like I just seeing a $300 sale really caught me off guard. But we will know more next week. But those are our or some of the predictions, and you guys can kind of take that information and do what you want to with it. What?
Who does the chat think who does the chat think will be on next week's list?
Okay.
Did anyone say anything?
She said, absolutely, out of respect, that people really like the story. He did.
That's the one I would say too, Jeff. But
I think. Let me see. I think that's it.
The Jim Lee's badass, and he has a massive fan base. And if the title does as well as we're all thinking it would, I could see that one holding better. But I feel like the John Boy Myers sale may have just been an anomaly.
You think Terminator?
Did Lee know?
I like the Terminator. I like all their covers. It's just a badass. There's a black and white one. Oh, it's beautiful.
I do like the Blade too, right? Shadow Vision. Blade looks cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we're all almost going with Batman
and Blade.
But maybe.
Yeah, Batman. I miss everything.
What is Brett saying? Brett was right last week.
Brett, what, Brett? Tell us, Brett, what you think? What you think?
Yeah, what's in your crystal ball, Brett?
Don't listen to Brett. Brett doesn't even know. He has no idea.
What's in the tea leaves?
He got lucky.
What's in the tea leaves?
Right?
He got lucky one time. He read one tea leaf. And that's it.
He read like one book.
He hates them all this week. I mean, the tea leaves probably it's a good one.
Yeah. I really like that precious metal, but I don't think they will make it to the runner-ups. I don't think so. I mean, I would like to.
Are you going to read it now?
I mean,
because you like Little Bird.
Maybe.
I've never read Little Bird. Now it's got to go on my list.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see more next week. I think it's a little bit odd, but we'll know more next week, so we can't say anything yet. Yeah, that was it for us tonight, guys. So if you haven't already subbed the channel, please do. We'll be doing this every Tuesday, covering those runners up. We'll be talking about our picks for New Comic Book Day, along with what we have currently as the top projected sales for the new comics.
What?
Jen, please your password. Wait,
what?
Why?
Why should you keep your cat?
Oh, because I have to go home. Because I have to go home because she's not here. And I'm not with her.
Yeah.
I had to go home and feed my cat.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, JD. It's always good to see you in the chat. All right, girls, we'll do a quick round table. Lucy, last words.
You're killing me? Just kidding.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Join me Friday for Witching Hour if you like spooky stories or whatever, things like that. This time, Friday, we're going to talk about like haunted places that we would like to visit, creepy places we would like to visit. Jeff Driven, he's been joining me, and we'll see who else is going to join me this Friday. So it's only an hour. Come and hang out with us.
Yeah, it's a fun way to spend your Friday night. Sarah.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you for chatting with us. Thank you for participating. Happy early birthday to Awesome Sauce Adam. New York Comic Con's this week, right?
Next week. We leave on the 16th.
Oh, yeah. I always get it mixed up.
Yeah, it's coming up.
If they have any left, go to Bird City and grab those pre-sale awesome comics.
Thank you.
I was going to say, if you're in Florida, please be safe.
Yeah.
We'll be thinking of you. Also, don't forget again to pop over to Lucy on Friday and watch her awesome content. Don't forget to watch the rest of our awesome content, and then come back to us on Tuesday, and we'll do this all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Last but not least, Jen.
Jojo said she was able to put her comic book boxes when they were in storage, and then they had that fire, and then the firefighters hosed down everything, and a lot of her stuff got wet. But what she did is she took 2 comic book short boxes, can fit into there's like a tub that like clicks closed, and that tub, that like plastic thick tub, saved her comics.
Yeah.
So if you're in Florida, I mean, yes, get out, but at the same time, like if you can get those tubs, like that could save your collection if you're lucky.
I hope your parents are okay.
My parents are.
He said that they're on the.
Well, here's hoping it dies. It dies.
Oh, so scary.
Check out. There's a really good article from Covrprice about. I think it's called The Day After Wednesday. So we're talking about these books before Wednesday. So a lot of things can change, but this Day After Wednesday it's a pretty cool article. It kind of starts to gives you some more insight. And then Covrprice is going to cover New York Comic Con for all the exclusives. So I don't know if you guys who are watching, but I know you guys know from like San Diego Comic Con how it was like super information, and like it told you like what was already trending and stuff.
Maybe
like I definitely recommend.
Yeah. We need to do that again.
Yeah. Oh wait, are we doing that on Tuesday?
Maybe we can
do it on Tuesday, maybe?
Runner-ups real quick, and then instead of our picks, we can kind of show our picks for that. We can do a picks for San Diego. I mean, for New York.
I like that. That's a good idea.
So we can kind of go through that. So we can do picks. Like we can, do the same instead of our new comic book day picks, just to kind of go through it a little bit.
Yeah, that would be really.
I think they're going to do a little bit. Good idea. Yeah. I think they're going to do a little bit different, but we got to talk to Matt. I actually tune in to Friday's show and ask Matt and John live. Be like, hey, what's going on with this New York Comic Con thing? What's up with that?
We're going to get into more detail about that starting next week. So if you're looking for more information about how New York Comic Con and Covrprice and the giveaways are going to work, as long as you're tuning into the show, we'll start giving you guys a little bit more about how that's going to go down. In the meantime, to answer a question in the chat, I'm going to be at the Met on Friday. So if you're going to be at New York Comic Con and you want to say hi, I won't be there Friday. That's the only day that I'm taking to go do some other stuff, some running around. So yeah, that's it for us tonight, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And to answer another question, there will be times where we do our original OG format, just sprinkled in here and there. So don't go anywhere if you missed that version of us. But yeah, we appreciate you guys. We will see you next week.